Hey everybody, happy Wednesday and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to talk about my worst Christmas gift ever. Now before I break this down and drop the bomb on you all, let me start off by saying, I had a really good childhood, and I'm thankful for that, and I'm an only child, so I'm going to say I was spoiled, which is the Baltimore variation of spoiled. So I'm going to say spoiled because I'm from Baltimore. Now, I'm not going to say I was super spoiled. I'm not going to say I was overly spoiled. I'm just going to say I was spoiled somewhere around there. All right, so sometimes when you're young and you're spoiled, you don't understand how good you have it because you're young, you're a kid. So you think everybody has the same things you do. You think it's the norm, right? So, for example, I was a kid that had its own, had my own room and had a private telephone line in my room and had cable television in my room and had a video gaming system and a big boom box and a computer and all these different things in the 80s. So to me, and lots of books and stuff, my own bike, to me, it was just the norm. So obviously, I knew that my mom worked very hard and she did very well for me. And so I was always appreciative of that. But I guess I got more appreciative as I got older than what I was when I was really young in the 80s. But that doesn't excuse the gift that I got this particular Christmas. Now, I'm going to protect, some people, in the story here and call them relatives or the relative. I'm going to just use that term. Okay, so here we go. The year was 1985 or 6. I think it was 85. I can't remember, but I know it was right around that time Gremlins came out, right? So I knew I had a big Christmas because I had snuck inside my mom's closet and took a peek, and I had my He-Man and my Skeletor mountain and all these different things that I had gotten for Christmas, so I was happy. One of my relatives lived not far from me. So on Christmas Day, I went over to see my other relatives over this particular relative's house. Follow me? Now, I'm a kid, mind you. I'm just a kid. So I don't understand, what's going on. I'm going over there thinking I'm getting a Christmas gift. Now, for the record, this particular relative treated me like gold throughout my life and did so much for me, and I'm thankful. But this particular day was just awful. And I'm going to break this down why. So I get over there and I see the big Christmas tree standing there and I see these gifts. Now, these gifts are in white boxes and they have bows on them and things like that. And my other relatives are there. So there's a gift for each relative that is there. I get there and I'm not looking under the tree for my gift. I'm just thinking this particular relative is going to give it to me. Oh, they gave it to me. I got over to this relative's house. And this is the tricky part about this. I saw what I was going to get on these other boxes that were there, but I didn't know I was going to get that. So I get over there and I get this look, and this particular relative gave me a box. Now, before I get into this, let me remind you all that I'm a kid. I don't have a cold. I didn't have to sneeze. My nose wasn't runny. And I'm telling you, I'm telling the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I got a box of Kleenex. I'm not lying. People think I'm joking. I'm not joking. I got a box of Kleenex. And I remember the exact words were, well, you're having a good Christmas. Here you go. Now, I didn't understand that. I was highly upset because I'm a kid at this time, maybe 10 years old. And I'm saying like, well, okay. Now, I know the worst kid's nightmare, even back then, and it probably is today, is socks and underwear. Nobody wants that as a kid. That's the worst gift ever. But I think this beat that one because I was like, I would have taken socks and underwear over a box of Kleenex. And what got me was the other relatives that were there didn't get that. They got gifts. And I really didn't. I think they got clothes or something like that. But it was whatever they got. I got a box of Kleenex. And I'm just affiliating it now with the way I grew up. And I guess it was because I was an only child and I had gotten a lot of advantages as that. So maybe that relative felt like, well, you get everything, so here you go. But I was a kid, you understand what I'm saying? So I did not understand that. I mean, how you going to give me a box of Kleenex, man? I wasn't crying. I should have been crying after I got that Kleenex, but I wasn't. I didn't have to blow my nose. I mean, how you going to give a child a box of Kleenex and say Merry Christmas? I'm like, are you serious? I mean, is this for real? So I go home and I gave it to my mom, and my mom was like, what's this? I said, this is what I got for Christmas from the relative. And she says, I would have rather this relative give you nothing than give you that. And I was like, yeah, I didn't understand that. I truly didn't understand that. But that was my worst Christmas gift ever. And I've never forgotten it. And I think it stinks to this day. But for the record, that relative, did me very well. Always spoiled me as I came up. So I'm just breaking down, man. Be grateful for what you have for Christmas, for what you get for the holidays. And if you're sad, I'll dig up that box of Kleenex for you to make sure you can wipe your tears with it. So it's going to all work out. Love you all. Stay tuned to my next video. And I'm going to give you the title now because we're going to go there with it. Nah, I'll give you the title then. So then we can go there with it. Stay tuned. Peace.